I'm Andrea Robinson, and I'm a master sommelier. I'm also a television host of food, wine, and travel shows. As a trained chef, I've written 4 books on food, wine, and cooking. So I'm thrilled to work with Creuset on this delicious series on wine and to share with you the truth about wine, that it doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. Wine makes food taste better, and it's fun. I'm also a mom and an avid gardener and home cook. My family and I live in wine country, and we cook dinner with each other pretty much every day. So I'll show you my absolute favorite food and wine pairing tips that can turn even everyday meals into a special occasion. So come along and let's hit the wine trail. Now, if you watched my Pairing 101 video, you learned my 4 basic food and wine pairing principles. So in this video, we're actually going to take that to the next level and put those principles to the test with a situation that we all look forward to every day, and that's dinner. And along the way, I'm going to answer some of the most common pairing questions, like what goes with spicy food, or cheese, or chocolate. I'm hungry already. Now for my appetizers, spicy. I'm gonna do my mango salsa that's kicked up Thai style. Well, whether it's kicked up with a little heat or just savory spice, a wine with a touch of sweetness makes all those intricate flavors come out and tones down the heat. So like a Riesling would be the perfect choice. The spiciness in the dish is a contrast to the sweetness in the wine, so it's perfect. Now what pairs with steak? You're gonna do steak 2 ways. You're not gonna believe the flavor differences. So for the steak, cast iron skillet is perfect, and I'm gonna preheat it in the oven and get it really hot to get a great sear. Get it up onto the stove top, put that steak in there, and we're gonna sear away. This is gonna get a little smoky. 2 minutes, fantastic sear, look at that. 2 cloves of crushed garlic and a sprig of fresh thyme. Back in the oven it goes. That smells fantastic already. Well, hello gorgeous. Look at that. Now this is the last step. We add a few tablespoons of butter, and we put the flame on low. Now the French call this the arrosé method. And what you're doing is tilting the butter and herb and garlic mixture towards you so that you can scoop it over the top of the meat. So I'm gonna pair it with a big full-bodied red to match the big juicy steak, matching body with body. Perfect. For my second steak pairing, I'm gonna illustrate the principle of it's the prep, not the protein. By pairing the steak with my signature guacamole, it actually matches better with a white wine, in this case Sauvignon Blanc, because in the guacamole you have the lime juice, the herbaceousness of the cilantro and avocados, and that picks up beautifully the citrus flavors and herbaceousness of a Sauvignon Blanc. Talk about putting a sizzle in your steak. So we've got our spicy appetizers and our steak 2 ways to go with wine 2 ways. And now we come to one of the favorite courses of the meal, dessert. Or shall I say cheese? I can never decide between savory and sweet, so I like to serve both. I'm making a warm flourless chocolate cake so we can talk about what pairs with chocolate, and we're gonna have a wonderful cheese course. If you go with cheese, you've got a Sauvignon Blanc open, so pair it with goat cheese. And that tees up my 4th core pairing principle, place with place. The reason for that is that the Loire Valley region in France is the historic home of the original Sauvignon Blanc and the world's classic goat cheeses. And if you go with chocolate, of course, if it's a sweet chocolate like a milk chocolate, you're gonna pair that with a sweet dessert wine. But we've got a Cabernet Sauvignon open from Napa Valley. I love to pair that with bittersweet dark chocolate. Awesome match. Let's sum it up. First of all, what wine pairs with spicy food? Well, whether it's kicked up with a little heat or just savory spice, a wine with a touch of sweetness makes all those intricate flavors come out and tones down the heat. So like a Riesling would be the perfect choice. Now what pairs with steak? Well, it's the prep, not the protein. So depending upon your condiment, you can pair it with a white wine or a red. Give it a try. And finally, chocolate and cheese. There's a lot of controversy among sommeliers about what pairs with chocolate. And one of the rules of thumb is the sweeter the chocolate, the sweeter the wine must be. And lastly, all kinds of ways you can go when pairing wine and cheese, from complement to contrast, to matching body with body, or place with place. Guess you'll just have to try them all. And be sure to watch for our next video on serving temperature and preserving wine, where I'll show you how to store the leftovers from your fabulous dinner party.